on my notes. Anyway, Earl was my big brother. He always made me feel safe, even at school when he'd ignore me. I just knew that if something happened, he'd come running. But I know he's made a lot of people feel that way, you know, safe. And I like to think that, you know, even though he's not with us, he's still got my back, and I'm sure he'll be there for everyone, because that's just how he was.
Didn't write anything down. But Earl was my uncle, my favorite uncle. He took care of me, he took care of all of us. I have brothers and my cousins, and he wasn't always there because they lived on Oahu and we lived on Maui, but he always, my memories of him was him taking us to the pineapple fields with Auntie Adrian to walk their big dog Namens. It's like a horse to us, but we'd had fun just running around there. I remember him taking us to watch Cinderella in the theaters. There's so many different things that he's done for me and my brothers and my cousins too. And I remember him coming to my, almost not coming to my high school graduation party, and I was so devastated. And he showed up, and that was like, you know, such a great thing. And then as an adult, I came to beauty school out here in Washington, and he took me around, showed me around before I went to school, and we had a great old time. And it was such a different relationship because we're, you know, I'm an adult now, and so instead of him taking me to the park or to the movies, he'd take me to go drinking. And that's where, you know, we'd fight a lot or argue a lot because we had difference of opinions. But he was the best guy. And I'm gonna miss him so much. He's done so much for me. Helped me grow as a person. And then the thing I'm gonna miss the most is his big hugs. Because that's what he was. He was my big teddy bear. That's who.
First met Earl in 1973. There was an instant connection when our eyes met. I didn't know what it meant at the time, but it was a powerful moment, one I had never felt before. There was a soul connection that would last us a lifetime. For over 30 years we were friends, lovers, husband and wife, and in the past 2 years a relationship that defied all definitions and boundaries of how most of us define ourselves with another person. He taught me a lot about life, love, and everything in between. He never fought life, but flowed with it every day in everything he did. He had a pure heart, never worrying about money or material possessions, but valued living each day to the fullest. Whether he was surfing, fishing, or just spending time in nature and with all the animals he loved so much. I was so impressed with him when I first met him, as everywhere we would go, stray cats would follow him. He was like the Pied Piper with animals. I always told him he was my St. Francis. He used to tell me he liked animals so much better than people because they didn't have a bad bone in their body, that they were so pure and honest at heart. In the past 2.5 years, he worked with me at City Kitty grooming cats, and he loved it. Most guys would think that was a sissy job. Not Earl. He loved what he was doing, and it showed. The cats loved him in return. They knew he was a gentle soul they could trust. Sometimes when we would get behind schedule, I would tell him, hurry up. He told me, you can't rush the cats, Adrian, or they'll get stressed out. He was in tune with their feelings and emotions most of the time more than I was. His own cats will miss him so much, especially Lulu, whom he affectionately called Bunny. If we were gone from the house for a long period of time, he would always feel bad that she was depressed being alone so long. We would be driving up our street and he would say, hang on, Bunny, we're almost there. Earl had a sense of humor like no one I have ever known. He at times would do things that made me laugh so hard I could barely breathe. Unless you knew Earl really well, you would not see this side of him. When we were really young, once on Maui in a place close to his home called Giggle Hill, we took off all our clothes running through the woods. He stood up in the back of his truck, stark naked, and imitated Pavarotti, going, laugh, clown, laugh. He was always supportive of me, always there for me, and always had my back. I had never known this before growing up. I don't know what my life will be like from this moment on. I know it will be forever changed. He was my go-to guy, the one I could talk to about anything. I have to believe he is still here with me because he was bigger than life, and to believe any other way is unbearable. The other day when I was crying to a friend of mine on the phone, they said there's no way he's going anywhere because he was so much bigger than life itself that death could not take him away from me. I wanted to read a journal entry many years ago that I wrote about Earl. Of love. I captured a thought of you and held it close to my heart, dreaming of you today, wishing you were here, the hope of love. I saw you when I was sleeping. I did not want to wake up, thinking of you today, wanting you to be here, the thought of love. I imagined you once, deep within my mind, with thoughts of you and I, remembering you, the memory of love. And so, my sweetie, my love, I return you to the earth you loved so much. Please give me the strength, and your family the strength to carry on, and have the kind of strength that you had in your life. Aloha, my angel.
And at this time, if anybody would like to share with the family any memories or thoughts you have of Earl, please step up and do so. Volunteers, anybody?